RBNZ and BOK next off the camp rank. 50-pointer by both of them looks like the most appropriate course of action in your opinion?
Yes, that's right. We've got both central banks that are moving very aggressively to try and tame inflation, which has surprised on the upside for both of them. So we've got the RBNZ, which will continue with another 50 basis point hike. Inflation and inflation expectations surprisingly just won't come down yet. And it's surprising that inflation expectations haven't come down in New Zealand because the RBNZ has been moving aggressively for quite some time now. I mean, they were one of the first central banks in APAC to really start moving late last year. And they've been continuing and very clear on their mission that they want inflation to come down. So the fact that inflation expectations are still elevated is something that we're keeping a close eye on and quite concerned about, to be honest.
Right. And Katrina, where's neutral for these two respective central banks, and how far away are they from that point, and how quickly or otherwise do they get there?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So what we're actually seeing with New Zealand is that their neutral rate's probably around the 2 to 3% mark. So they are quite close to that neutral point, but the RBNZ's actually flagged that they're going to have to move into restricted territory to really bring down inflation. And that's quite concerning for an economy like New Zealand, as well as South Korea as well, because we know that households are very highly leveraged in both of these economies. So they are incredibly sensitive to changes in borrowing costs. And in both cases, because borrowing costs are moving higher and much more aggressively than what was previously anticipated, say 3-6 months ago, it means that households are coming under increasing pressure. And it's going to be interesting to see how they actually respond and take these increased borrowing costs in their stride, because we know that households in both of these economies aren't feeling particularly happy at the moment. They are quite anxious. So with these successive rate hikes coming in, they're going to be really the area to watch over the next coming months.